Hello and welcome to NoobAquatics. This is Matthew and family again. So today we are going to do another review and tour. Now, this one here is a little different. We've been a little reluctant to do this one because this place is borderline commercial, kind of like PetSmart, Petco, that type of thing. But they do claim that they are a hobbyist store. I don't see that, but we're going to go ahead and go in and give them a review and a tour anyway so that you can see it. But we are here at Aquarium Adventures in Columbus, Ohio. We got all the kids, so we're going to do our normal tour walkthrough, show you a bunch of the prices, give you some things that you may not know about it, and there even is some positives and some negatives, but we'll let you all know. And then at the end, we will give our review of the place and give our star rating. But thanks again for coming here, and if you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and if you want to be notified of any videos coming up in the future, make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can know when we post anything new. Now, like I said, let's get on with the review. We're going to go ahead and go in, and we're going to get this done. As you can see, this is Aquarium Adventure. There's the sign right there. It's a little bright out here, so that's where the store is. We're going to go in, and this is a pretty large store. All right, let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger for you. Pretty large store, so we may be in here for a quick minute, but we'll let you see everything there is.
Sorry, that's okay. Hey guys, we don't have any power.
That's fine.
So we can't do any type of transactions. Our
That's
fixture's
fine. We're
closed.
just walking around and looking. Is that okay?
We're getting ready to evacuate everyone out. We don't have
man.
any power, no lights. For safety reasons, we can't have.
Boo. All right, thank you.
Everywhere.
Well, that was it. That was the only review we could do, but this is not the first time. This is the second or third time we've come here and the power was out. So hopefully we'll be able to get back and do this review later, maybe next week sometime. But where are you going, Maylee? Truck's right here. But right now we are leaving. We'll come back later.
Good for Daddy.
All righty. Attempt number 2. We are back now on another day to Aquarium Adventure again. And this time the power is on. So let's go in and do this tour and then review of Aquarium Adventure. Welcome to Aquarium Adventure. So one of the cool things about this place that we like is that every now and then they will have a coin machine here where you can feed the koi. They got some giant koi in here. Look at these guys, long fins, huge. Fake frog over there. Regular price $419, and they think that's a deal. Now this right here, this price is right on par with Petco during their half off sale. But these are Sephora tanks. So they got a pretty good sale going on with their tanks at the moment. It's not always that way though. That is stuff for your pond. So if you're wanting to make a pond and put stuff in the bottom. What? Yeah, they're made by Sephora. So let's take a look at some more of the stuff that they have for tanks. So here's a 20 long. Let's find out how much a Sephora 20 long is. Let's see. You know what? I don't see. There it is. So a Sephora 20 long is about $70. All right, it doesn't look like those are on sale. Oh, no, they are 26% off. At a Petco, where is it? There it is. At Petco though, these are only $24 by Aquarium, and even though Sapporo might be a slightly better brand, you can still get a pretty good Aquarium 20-gallon long tank from Petco during their half off sale. So the prices are a little high here for tanks. And they did used to sell Aqueon, but I'm pretty certain that they're not selling Aqueon anymore because of the Petco sales that they have.
There's an Aquarium.
What's this thing here? What is this? 33 long. Look at this. That's a 33 long. If I ever get a chance, that's right there. That'd be perfect for. That would be perfectly for on the 75 stand. How much is a 33 long? $139. That's expensive. Yeah. Oh, they do have some Aqueon tanks. I was wrong. So here's 150 gallon. All right. Still only 26% off. They sell flu ball. That's huge. You definitely have angelfish in that thing. It's like a built-in back filtration area. Doesn't even have a price on it. Let's see what is this. So 125 gallon, pre-drilled, $900. If you're ever looking to get a flu ball planted light, they have all of those here. But keep in mind, these prices are pretty set in stone. Pretty much wherever you go, they're going to be expensive. But you don't need those to have a really nice planted tank. We're just looking around like we always do, seeing if anything pops up that you didn't have before last time. So these things are cool.
Yeah.
Those would be for like a nano tank. The sea things.
Yeah.
I think that's the most expensive.
That's a 210. Maybe watch out. What are you doing? Looking at yourself? 210 for 1600.
This is just like
That's Aquarium as well. Terrariums. We plan on getting a terrarium one of these days. Looks like they have some sales going on. So if you ever want to get a terrarium, this might be the place to go.
probably someone that.
Yeah, well, I can't even open that one. Cool terrariums. Lots of stands. So if you don't want to build your own stand, this is definitely a good place to go. Some of these stands are really nice. That's made out of real wood. So is that. That one's made out of real wood. Well, not all real wood, but some. So some of them made out of real wood. That's a nice cube. There's the pond again. Just lots of tanks. What is that? It's 120 gallon. This would be like an adventure for the fish. This is a frag tank, 80 gallon frag. That'd be cool. You can put plants like in the back corner back here, and they would swim, and it would be like an adventure because they would have so much room in there to swim because of how short it is. I like the shorter but longer ones because that gives them more direction to go. These big fat ones right here make me feel like the fish can't go anywhere. Especially like this one. It's super tall, but not very long. You would need like a lot of fish that are in there, or just a few big fish. So there's a 60 gallon long or breeder. These work pretty good too. These are cool. Look at these. So if you're ever looking to get one of those underwater bonsai trees that you can put moss on, they got a bunch of them here. They didn't have these here before. These are handmade. Fake? Those are real wood.
It doesn't grow though.
No, you have to put moss on it, Braden. Those are pretty cool though. Here's a 33 long. A 33 long comes with the bar. Comes with the bar in the center. Maylee, no. Pond filters. Lots of pond stuff too. So if you're looking to make your pond or your pond setup, this is one of the few places that has the stuff you need if you don't buy it online. What is this, like a feeder trough? They got, looks like backgrounds over there. What? The whole kit?
Yeah, and I wonder if someone stole the coupon for the axolotl. I said, probably not.
Coupon for the axolotl?
Yes.
Why? Is there supposed to be an axolotl in there?
It says it
It says
comes
with coupon for
Oh,
free
that just means that
axolotl.
you can go get one for free. Doesn't mean anything else. Tanks, more tanks, lots of tanks. This thing's pretty cool. We enjoyed this. This actually has water that comes up over the edge and down, and it goes into this, filters around. This has got a really cool
This has a bed.
type of clownfish in there. You see them right here. Right? It's really cool. Whoa. Maybe he's hungry. I think he's hungry. Don't you dare. They got teeth, Jace. This is really
Okay,
cool.
stop.
Jace, I said stop. There's no lid, so he can come up there and get you, and they can jump out of the water. There he is. There's two of them. Male and a female in there.
Mom,
Most likely. These are some big old things. This is one of their displays. More pond supplies.
Dad took me.
What?
That you're doing.
Here's some nano tanks. Oh, yeah, it's a nano tank with a shark. I'm not a big fan of plastic stuff, but they got a lot of plastic decorations in here. It's a very expensive 13-gallon tank. But it is flu ball, so just some more aquariums. Now they do have a lot of driftwood here, but I will tell you one thing about it is that it's just really expensive. So here's the prices. All right. And the blue, not very big, so I'll show you a blue piece. There's just a blue piece. The white one right here, you see the white? See, not very big, and that right there is $50.
Yeah, this is a flash of snake. Just got thrown on the ground, turned into a partial snake.
Okay, if you say so. Lots of driftwood though.
It's very old.
Lots of driftwood. Driftwood,
Over 2,000 years old.
plastic stuff. We'll go look at that in just a second. Driftwood on this side. Lots of giant driftwood in here. These things can be pretty big, but look, the green tag. So I can't even get it out of here. So that's a really big piece. Pretty heavy. That'll turn your water brown for a long time. Being green, that piece right there is $109. So this is Texas Holy Rock. Prices ain't too bad when they're on sale. $2.60 a pound. More rocks over there, more driftwood. We'll go skim through the plastic stuff real quick. That's $42 for that thing. That thing right there is almost 50 bucks. I'd rather have a real rock. This thing right here is $120. It's not that big. So the prices here are extremely high for a lot of their stuff. More driftwood. You can get these online for about $20. 26% off everything, so they have to constantly have sales. They should just lower their prices and get rid of the sales, in my opinion. What do you think? Lower the prices and just get rid of all the sales? They do much better. More plastic stuff. Yeah. Alright, so here is the poly filter. So this stuff right here, if you can't find it, this stuff is really cool stuff. Much so $17.99. You can find this for about $12.99 online. But it does a lot of good stuff.
This is what you ate.
Charcoal, not carbon. That would kill me.
Oh.
Alright, test kits. Now this is where I thought the prices were just ridiculous. So I get this for about 30 bucks on Amazon. That right there tells you how much the prices are elevated. This freshwater test kit, $73. Amazon about $23 to $32. If you can get it on sale, it's $23. Prices are just ridiculous here for when it comes to stuff like this. Same thing with over here. $45 for that. Let's see here. They have FX6s, 407s. I bet these are probably like $1,000 almost. They got some planted stuff over here as well. So potassium. So I don't really buy any of the stuff here except for blackworm. So that's really the only reason I come here, is to look at their pond, to look at their saltwater, handsy place. And I've bought some frozen food here before, mainly because the frozen food actually had a pretty good deal on it at one point. But this place is mostly for, they say for the beginner, but that's for the beginner that doesn't have, a wallet that they want to keep money in. Krill. So the prices here for the frozen food are pretty close to normal, but some of them get kind of expensive when you get up into the price. But this is the reason why the Aquarium Adventure frozen food for the 3.5 ounce was pretty cheap. So that was one of the reasons why we got some from here, but I don't know, my fish didn't seem to like it as much. I know I was exaggerating, Braden. So the FX6, how much is it? It's $462. That's actually pretty standard price for that thing.
This is what you have.
That's carbon again, Braden, not charcoal. You're not going to find charcoal in here. Lots of flu ball stuff, pond stuff on this side here. They got rocks and food, lots of dry food, so lots of pebbles, lots of dry food. So they sell omega-1, they sell Akari food. Don't ever use these in your tank, they'll waste the money. They sell New Life Spectrum, Ocean Nutrition. Let's see what else. Anything good here that I would buy? Let's see, maybe Hikari. That might be the only thing I'd buy. So, yeah, that's really the only food I'd probably buy out of all these is the Hikari. But that's a personal choice, not a necessity. So let's see, carnivore pellets, $17.99 for the 2.6 ounce pack. Expensive. Algae wafers, you get these for $2 on Amazon. How much are they? 1.4, yep, $2. $6.99 on Amazon. So you're definitely paying a lot just for convenience of it being close by. That, oh my goodness, that's $37 for that instant baby brine shrimp. Cheaper at Petco. Standard flipper algae magnet. Now, this right here, $114. That's just crazy. That's a glass scraper, glass cleaner. $114 for that thing. Look at that. This one's 159. They're just hoping you come in and spend your money, not knowing what you're buying. Let's see, is this a 25? Okay, now I can tell you that this is over elevated. Whoa. So that 25 footer right there you can get on Amazon. Sometimes for only 50 bucks. The 50 footer I've seen for $89. So just keep your eye out on Amazon if you're ever looking for a Python no spill, fill and clean and fill or whatever. Even the nets are more expensive than most places. Lots of nets though. On this side here, they got the heaters, the pads,
Thanks.
RO device. Let's see, how much is that RO system? Ouch, $420. Ours was only 60 bucks. Argonite sand, if you're looking for argonite for your African cichlid tanks. I don't know how much it is. Heaters. Now they do sell some pretty decent heaters. These Eheim heaters, even though they are cheaper at other places, these are still decent. So if you did come here and you spent your entire paycheck on a heater, then that would probably be what you get. This is one of their cool saltwater tanks. They got a new fish in there. That one right there we haven't seen before. That's the one I'm talking about. That's a new fish. Yeah. That one wasn't in there before. What's that hippo tank doing? The what? What?
They have a tunnel now.
Okay. They used to have an eel in here. They used to have a shark in here. Now it's all gone. Don't know what happened to it. And this is that thing right there. And this right here is another reason we come. Our kids like to stick their hands in here. This is a little saltwater place. It says to touch only. Please do not pick up or chase the fish, basically. See, you can actually stick your finger. Whoa. Stick your finger in there and they'll come up to you. You know? See? Little bitty clown pagodas. So pretty neat little guys. Saltwater. I'll show you them, but remember this is all about freshwater here, so prices are just crazy on saltwater no matter where you go. Look at that, my wife turned into a fish. She's inside the tank. What kind of fish is that? Right there. It's waving at me. I've never seen a fish wave at me before. Oh, that's a cool looking crab right there. Look at that thing. Right there. You should see this crab. It's white and pink and red. It's got that one claw. There's also a little shrimp. I don't know if you can see it here. Let me see if I can zoom in. Look at that thing right there. That thing right there is teeny, teeny, tiny. I don't know what it is. It jumped out? What is that? I don't know, but man, that thing is teeny tiny. You see it move there?
Yes. Looks like a shrimp.
Looks like a shrimp, but I don't know. I don't see it on there.
Zebra do not.
Who knows? That's really cute, though.
It looks like a
Saltwater emerald crab. Neat looking wrasse over here. Yep, so the fish, all freshwater fish and marine fish are 40% off today. It's another sale that we constantly see. Most fish are chasing each other. They are tomato clownfish, or otherwise known as pink skunks. They've got many different names. I used to have one of those guys right there.
Whoa,
A crab. Snails. Alright, now we're into the freshwater fish. So if you have a membership, you only have to pay $10.49. Calico and citrus. There's a calico and citrus in there somewhere, they say. I don't see one. They move their sand at an angle. That's funny. Lots of neon tetras. Neon tetras. You see those crabs? Really cool. I used to have some of those. Those are really cool. Yeah, I used to have some of those.
That's starfish.
That's a starfish, yeah. Yeah.
What's that thing?
It's the brittle starfish.
What's that thing?
That's a crab. So the one thing that I don't like about their tanks here is that they're all connected. Now, I already asked, and I don't want to get the particular worker in trouble, but if the fish get sick, they just leave them in there because their exact excuse was they sell so fast that there's really no reason to medicate them. So hopefully they, change their mind on that and they start, taking fish out that are sick instead of just leaving them in there and selling them to customers when they're sick. These are what, diamond tetras?
Yeah.
A lot of diamond tetras in there. $8.99. Cories on the bottom down here. Lots of different cories.
What is that?
It's a type of cory, but looks like ember tetras in there too. The cories that are in there in the back hiding. My kid's over there playing in the water. Kind of dark, so. Let's see if I can get this to brighten up here for you guys. Nope, I don't know. These are some Colombian tetras. There we go. Some plecos there in the back. They had some 201 snowball plecos in here at one point, but they were, not looking too good when I saw them last time. It looks like there's one right back there. Right there, you can't see them, but they look a lot better. Yeah, the Serpent tetras or phantom tetras. Yeah, they get a lot like a skirt that grows on them. Some of them, look at them, like they're like missing half its mouth. Lots of tetras on this side over here. Cories. I say the one thing that this place has going for them is that they just have a huge variety of fish. Now, nothing in here is too fancy or whatnot. It's mostly commercial fish that you can get, but as you can see in this tank here, this fish is sick, that fish is sick, that fish is sick. Half of these fish are sick. My wife over there playing with the fish. So, too much water movement going on in here for these guys. They're in there feeding.
Yeah.
Cories in the bottom. Here's the aggressive fish on this side. So some Oscars. These have gotten pretty big. More Oscars. Sick Oscar right there.
You can't chase it or
These Oscars, one of them's got, that one's sick right there.
they're coming up to you, Calvin.
These are blue parrots. I'm assuming there's food in that corner. Got some electric blue Jack Dempsey's up here, but the blue is almost gone on these guys. Look at all these fish. Lots of fish. What's this? Texas cichlid? These guys are pretty. Very aggressive, but they're pretty. They're probably cleaning over there. There's some blood parrots. These things are just bright. I bet they glow under a black light. This is a Sveni earth eater right here. Scared to death of me. Looks like a gold severum up here and a green severum up here. These guys can get pretty big, so if you're looking for something besides a discus, then these may work for you. Ain't too bad on price. $13.50. These gold ones are $37. There's their big old tank over there. Another display tank with cool fish. What? There's a gold nugget, Pleco. Oh, that guy right there, yeah. That fish right there is like trying to take the whole wafer. Yeah. And these guys, these nice fish. The parrots.
Yeah, they kind of.
Yeah, it's a blue parrot. Yeah, those things can be pretty mean. Yeah, they get pretty big. Striped Raphael catfish. They're actually right there in the bottom. That's what they look like. If they did, but they don't. They get pretty big. So here's another one. They get even bigger than that. They're like fingers. That's a blood parrot.
Yeah, they must like blood.
That's severum sick right there. Flesh-eating bacteria on it for fish. What do they call it? I can't even think of the bacteria that does that now. Here's one of their display tanks. It's got discus in there, some roseline barbs, lots of plants, lots of neri snails.
And real plants.
All real plants. They take really good care of this tank. Let's go take a look at their second display tank with frozen bloodworms in there, most likely. It's got frozen bloodworms in there. That's one of those worm feeders. Maybe we ought to buy one of those for our tanks. These angelfish are pretty cool. They're like food.
Oh, there's the stingray.
There's the stingrays. Right there. You can see them on my phone, Maylee. See? She's trying to jump. My daughter trying to jump and see the stingrays. Yeah, but this guy, Penny died, so now they got a bunch of baby stingrays in there. And yes, these are freshwater. Don't stick your fingers in there, you may lose one. It's got, ooh. I haven't seen one of those. I haven't seen one of those in there before. They got an African butterfly fish in there. He just went on. He went back there. That's the first time I've seen that in there. I wonder how long that's been in there. Plants. They got lots of plants. What? Scratches? That's from scraping it. Alright, here's their betas. So sad. These betas are all depressed. So if you buy any beta from here, alright, you're going to be super happy that he goes in any other tank besides these little bowls.
No,
so
he
sad.
won't be happy if it's a quarter of a
So
gallon.
sad. Sad betas. Can't take them home. Plants. I like this setup here, but lots of plants in here. Sword plants. Red flame sword. You get a slightly better deal if you have a membership. Trapdoor snails are $9. Coral frags. They only sell male guppies. They don't sell females. Lots of male. So if you're looking for male guppies, they got plenty of them, but you might want to medicate them like heavily. Same thing with these guys. They don't have no clue. It could be male or female. These are harder to tell. Eels in the bottom down there. That's a neat looking molly if it didn't look like it was dying. mollies. Here's some deformed mollies, but yet they sell them as balloon mollies. Oop, I guess you don't want to see that.
What? What?
I was like this. There's the balloon mollies, the fatties. Yeah, yeah. Flatties right here. They had axolotls over here last time. Let's see if they got any. Nope, they're probably over. They're probably over there. What's in here? Snails. They got Malaysian trumpet snails in this one.
What's this?
There's nothing in there.
Goldfish.
Goldfish in there. I don't see anything up there. Another display tank. Lots of Percuda clowns in here.
What's that?
That
hogfish?
is a type of, no, that's a type of goby slash Lenny. I don't know. One of the two. Basically the same.
This is that thing.
Huh?
That
No,
thing
this
right there.
yellow, this red
This
thing
is
right
red.
here. I don't know much about saltwater anymore, so that thing's just weird. He looks like he's dying too. His stomach's all sunk in. Or eaten, one of the two. Crazy. Alright, African cichlids now. So $24 for the peacock cichlids here. $56 for a whatever that is.
Albino
Probably
super.
that catfish of some sort. Some ropefish. There's some frog, dwarf frog there.
What's that? Is it the
Not big on African, you know, these types of African cichlids.
John?
These guys can be quite aggressive, and the best way to house them is to overstock your tank. The colors are really cool, so if you're looking for a lot of amazing colors, here's some regular crebensis. See, not very pretty compared to ours at the house. These things are just ugly if you compare them to the Teneatus. Jewel cichlids. Plan on getting some of these one day. These are the Congo tetras. They get pretty big. One day I'll get some, and they'll be fun to have. What we got over here? Kissing mollies, or no, kissing gouramis. There's some kissing gouramis. Kiss, kiss.
I guess.
Dojo loaches down here.
There's rainbow sharks.
There's some. Is that a dwarf chain loach? They got some dwarf chain loaches in there. Look how little those guys are. There's a dead one in the back there. Pearl gourami. What? The dead one?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not. Gold gouramis. Opaline. They got barbs over here. There's a Roombo barb. Looks like they only got one. He's like, take me home. By what? There's coolie loaches. Lots of little bitty ones.
She said, buy one live loach, get free.
Long, thin, rosy barbs. Right. Tiger barbs. These can be kind of aggressive. They're not too expensive. There's some bigger ones down here.
We'll kill it for you.
Lots of stuff. This store just has a huge variety. I think that's really the only thing they got going for them. The prices, though, are just outrageous on a lot of stuff. Shrimp. So if you buy these online, you're going to get about 12 for about 30 bucks. Here you can get 12 for about, I don't know, was that $100 and something dollars? Pretty nice, though. They must have just got these yellow ones in. These look like purple Harlequin Rasbor. They just have them marked as regular, but they look like purple ones. There's a regular one. You see the red right there? These are not regular. They're either purple or they're all dying. Pom-pom rainbows. At least that's what I call them. They're the frittata rainbows. Butterfly loaches in here, or hill stream loach, another name for them. What are you doing? Quit. The fish in here are so small, I don't even think I can get them on camera. Galaxy Rasbora. They're so small you can't even see them. In loose. These are Kubatai, or the green raspberry is what that is. Assassin snails, and what are these? Pygmy cories down there? Those don't look good at all. They look sick. They must either got them just in or they just not feeling very well. They're all pale. Assassin snails. You see how many dead ones are in there. They don't really have anything in there for them to eat. Glow stuff. All born that way, but I still don't like them. They weren't naturally found like that in the wild, I'll tell you that much. Boys, stop. Both of you. And the ugly goldfish. Sorry for all you goldfish lovers. These things are just downright ugly. That thing looks like it's got some kind of massive growth on its head. That's because that's what it is. And yet people sell those because they're like, hey, it's so pretty. Not really. I need to stop squeezing that thing so his eyes don't pop out. Goldfish. Clown loaches. There's some yo-yo loaches down at the bottom down here. Where, yeah, these are some grommies. Red flame grommies, it says. There's some red honey grommies. Those are ugly. Gold honey grommies. Some giant danios. Leopard danios. Mixed in with regular danio. There's a goby, a blue neon goby that doesn't look very blue. That's the only thing I hate about places like this is that all the fish look sad. These are neon rainbows, some more swords. These guys are sick. And then the axolotl tanks. These guys are cute. Now these guys don't look too bad. Alright, so these guys are looking pretty good in here. There's only one in there. Ghost shrimp for sale. Feeder fish. I wouldn't buy any of their feeder fish. They're probably sicker than you can imagine. Parasites everywhere. And some giant goldfish. That guy's swimming sideways. Now we're doing good things. Look at this guy. He got a cleft chin. Look at that thing. Chin right there. Look at that. Chinny chin chin. Is that a piranha? That's a piranha. Here's another one. You can see what a normal one looks like. He's like, I want to be on camera. Look at those teeth. Alright. And here's one of their display African tanks. Look at that water movement right there. Just going crazy. Lots of them in here. This is how big they can get. And the only way to keep these guys is to have them overstocked. And as you can see, that one there, that one got a big old chunk out of his side right there. Probably from one of these guys. These guys can be pretty mean right here. That one.
What's the total price? Add the two prices.
Lots of Texas Holy Rock. pH probably needs to be somewhere between 8.5, 9 for these guys to be happy. Alright. And then the frag tank. Look at that little guy. He's like, give me food. He's trying to say, give me food. He's like, I want food. Some frag.
What is that right there? Is that Gorgonia?
Alright.
The green.
Alright, let's go. One more. I got one more thing to take a picture of. Alright, and the last thing, the only reason that I even come into the store 99% of the time, besides looking around, is for this right here. This cooler. They sell live blackworms here for $9.99. All feeder cones in there. They have one bag left. These things go like crazy. That one bag can turn into thousands if you do it right. One thing you have to worry about in their bags, and with pretty much any of them, is that leeches. This stuff I've bought in here before as well. This stuff is one thing I would say if you can find locally, find it locally. It's really expensive, but you don't want to buy it through the mail because it's got to stay cold. And you need to be able to check the expiration date on the top. It's the Turbo Start by Fritzstein. What's over here? You got some old style light bulbs maybe? Pressure flows? I don't know what these are. More flue balls. Got some backgrounds over here. Free fish magazines apparently. And here's a 10-gallon tank. How much is their 10 gallons? 10-gallon tanks are $22. More plastic stuff. I got more plastic stuff here. All right, and now we are leaving. Have a good day, everybody at Aquarium Adventure.
What?
All right, that was our tour of Aquarium Adventure. That place is huge, by the way. So, like I said, we were reluctant on doing a review of this place because of it being such a borderline commercial place similar to Petco and PetSmart. Price-wise, man, this place is expensive. Fish-wise, it's expensive. Product-wise, I just can't say it's like $4 sign expensive. I mean, stuff in there is super expensive. So if I had to give it a rating on price, I'd probably only give it about a 1.5 stars because it's not really that good of a deal. Even with the half off, even with the discounts they have, it's still pretty expensive. I mean, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
Same expensive to you guys? Okay. So price-wise, if you're looking for a deal or for a cheap price, this is definitely not the place to go. We don't really buy any fish from this place, and the main reason is because of the tanks. They are all interconnected, and I confirmed this with one of their workers. One of their workers told me, yes, they are all connected to the exact same water supply. So if one tank is sick, they're all sick. So if you buy any fish from Aquarium Adventure, your first thought should be medicate and quarantine for months before you put them in your display tanks. Now, one of the things that I was told is that, not really told, I actually listened to them. The workers are telling other people to pour the water from the bag into their tank. That is the worst advice you can give any beginner. I don't care if the guy has been at a fish store or owned a fish store for 500 years. You never pour somebody else's water into your tank. You just don't do it. That is a no-no in any aquarist book. You don't pour somebody else's water in your tank, even if you know them. That's just something you don't do. You take the fish out gently with a net, and then you put the fish only in your tank. You don't put the water. I wouldn't put their water anywhere close to my tanks if I had to. It would probably, their water they're sick. So if you noticed in there, I pointed out all the fish that look sick. A lot of them have ick. Some of them have most likely Comonaris, fin rot in there. You name it. You can pretty much find every single fish disease in any one of those tanks. Some of them are missing their mouths. I mean, it's so bad. It's like fish look like he, it was deformed when he was born, but you could see it's eating away at his body. So health of the fish, I would say the fish health is probably about 2.5 stars, so not very good. For visual looks, I mean, it's a nice place. I mean, it's really pretty in there. They have a pond in the front. So if I had to give it a star rating on its visual appearance, I'd say it's got a 4.5 stars. So if you want to go somewhere kind of like a zoo, and just check the place out, this is definitely a fish store to go to because the kids like sticking their hands in that saltwater thing, don't you? They like to play around and try to get the fish to bite them. I don't know why. Those saltwater fish got teeth, but they like to stick their hands in there. And they like to feed the koi's there in the pond whenever they do have the food out. So there are some benefits to going to this place. And like I said, this is one of the few places that are constantly in stock with blackworms. So if you're looking for blackworms, like I do, I constantly buy blackworms from here, but I do change the water out. I take the blackworms out of the water, remove all of the leeches that are in the water by putting my hand on the bag and getting them to stick to the bag. And then I just pour the black worms into a container and remove the dead ones. And then I put them into either new water or I put them into my tank after that and let them sit without being fed. I don't feed the black worms to my fish for almost a month. I let them actually sit in a tank before I feed them for a whole month before I even feed the black worms to my fish. And that's just to make sure that any parasites that need a host are dead before I do that. But overall, I would say I'd give this place maybe a 3.25 stars overall because it's bad on the price. You can find prices cheaper elsewhere. Petco, I mean the tanks, Aquarium tanks, every one of our tanks are Aquarium. It doesn't have to be those Sapporo tanks, but if you're looking for name brand tanks like that, then go for it. This place has got a ton of them. I build my own stands or buy my stands from Lowe's because they're cheaper that way. But if you want to spend $500 on a nice wooden stand, they got some in there. And again, like I said, it's not bad. The staff's pretty friendly. I'm going to give it this on the friendly side because I'd say maybe a third of the staff is very friendly. They want to help you, and they're really nice. Cashiers are really nice. They love talking to people. But I have found several workers in there that are just unpleasant to talk to. They're just not very nice. They treat you like you know nothing about fish. And that's pretty much it. They just treat you like you know nothing about fish, but half the time they're not telling you correct information anyway. So again, 3.25 stars maybe. So that's what I'd give this place. And again, I was reluctant to start this review, but I went ahead and did it because of something that one of the workers told me is that they are a beginner level hobbyist fish store. So because they told me that, I decided to go ahead and do a review on this particular fish store here in Columbus, Ohio. If you want to choose a fish store to go to, I do not recommend Aquarium Adventure to buy your fish. I would probably recommend out of the ones that are here in the area, I would recommend Rivers to Reef, not because of how many fish they have, but because of the simple fact that their fish tanks aren't connected. So if you see fish in the left tank that are sick, most likely the fish in the right are not sick. And they're a little bit more knowledgeable over at Rivers to Reef. Well, thank you so much for coming around to this Aquarium Adventure review. We were happy to have you here. If you like this video and this helped you out and make a decision on where to buy your fish from, make sure you hit that like button down below. All right, and if you want to be notified of any new videos in the future, make sure you hit that notification bell. Kid's giving the thumbs up back there. Well, thank you so much for coming to NoobAquatics. You have a wonderful fishy day.